Hey foodies, welcome to Cooking Shooking. How are you guys doing? Today let's make a perfect eggless sponge cake. You can see how spongy this is, but keeping the sponge factor aside, you can serve this as a tea cake as well. So this is going to be a perfect vanilla sponge cake which can be served as a tea cake or can be used to make gâteaux or pastries or cakes. So let's begin making this in a cooker now. First of all, we are going to fold and cut a piece of parchment paper for the cake tin, so just follow it up as I'm showing you right now. This method is a lot less messy and does the job perfectly, so just cut a piece of parchment paper for the bottom part and the sides as well. Now we'll preheat the cooker, so here is the cooker that I'm using today. Going to add in about a cup of table salt or regular salt that we eat at home. Remember to spread the salt really well in the cooker. After that, just place in a perforated plate and a utensil via stand. Close the cooker and preheat for about 10 to 12 minutes. As the cooker is preheating, let's prepare the batter. So here I've got a bowl to which I'm going to add in the butter and oil. Butter for the flavor, oil for the softness. You can use either one of these if you want to. Then I'm going to add in the powdered sugar and whip this for a good minute to incorporate all these together. Once it looks creamy like this, we're going to stop and add in the condensed milk to this and start whipping it again. You can watch my recipe for condensed milk if you want to make it at home, and as you whip this together, it will get a little thicker and harder as well to whisk. So once it is really thick, just stop, keep this aside, and we'll work on other ingredients. So here I've got about a cup of milk, to which I'm going to add in vinegar and vanilla essence and mix this up really well. Remember to use room temperature milk for this recipe. So this is a buttermilk substitute. So here I've got a big bowl, and what I'm going to do is strain all the dry ingredients. So here I've got a strainer, going to add in about 1.5 cups of plain flour or maida, half a teaspoon of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Now I'm going to mix these together once and strain this really well to ensure air is also incorporated and all the ingredients are well mixed. You can find the detailed text recipe with all the ingredients listed down below in the description box. Now let's get back to the condensed milk mixture and add in half of our buttermilk substitute, which was milk and vinegar, and mix this really well. Now time to add in all of our dry ingredient mixture, which is maida, baking soda and baking powder. Going to mix all these ingredients really well and ensure there are no lumps. Once all the dry ingredients are mixed really well, going to add in rest of the buttermilk and mix this around. Finally, grab a spatula and incorporate the mixture stuck in the sides and the bottom as well. And as you can see, a smooth and luscious batter is ready. Now we're going to grab our cake tin and stick the parchment paper to the cake tin using some batter. Now pour in all the batter to the 7-inch cake tin and tap twice to remove the air bubbles. The cooker is very well preheated now. We're going to place the cake tin inside the cooker using a tong and quickly close it. Adjust the heat to medium low and bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. Time is up. Let me check the cake using a toothpick. As you can see, it is clear. Now I'm going to take the cake out of the cooker, and if you feel the crust is a little crispy, which will not be in this case, in this recipe, you can cover this cake with a damp muslin cloth if you want to, so that the steam does its job. Now after the cake is at room temperature, take it out, remove the parchment paper. The cake is ready for you to use. Mine's still warm, but let me still slice it up and show you how it is. You can slice the cake into tea cake style slices as well. Look at this damp texture. So this is the next morning and a small slice is what is left for me. So let me dig in. Now that was an amazing cake. It's hard to believe it's an eggless one and I can keep on eating this, but I guess I'll have to make a new batch for myself. Well guys, that's all for today. You can find the detailed recipe for you in the description box down below, so make sure to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to watch more and subscribe.